Hey guys, we're here to talk about whether or not Christians should be involved in politics. So to do this, we're going to talk about the biblical account of Esther. So Esther was living with her cousin Mordecai, and King Xerxes was out looking for a new queen, and he chose Esther to be his queen. Now, what's interesting in this story is that Esther was a Jew. Also, obviously, her cousin Mordecai was a Jew. And this was a time when the Jews were about to face persecution. So Esther becomes queen. She doesn't tell anyone about her heritage. And this man named Haman, who is an advisor to the king, devises a plot to destroy the Jews. He hates the Jews and he wants all of them to be killed. So obviously this scheme is wicked, and obviously this scheme is political, right? He's creating a law so that the Jews will all be killed. And he gets this law passed and he convinces the king to sign on to it. So he basically tricks the king into killing Mordecai and Esther and all of the other Jews along with them. Now Esther is advised by her cousin Haman to confront the king about this plan. And in that time period, right, to confront the king is risky to do because the king has the authority to choose, whoever he wants to be executed. But Esther fasts and prays, and she does confront the king eventually about this plan, and she stops the plan, and they change the law so that the Jews can defend themselves, and they are saved. And I think this is an obvious story of God's intervention and God's involvement. It's a story of obedience and bravery, but we can also see that this is political. This is a story of the law being changed to protect the Jewish people. And so we see in the story God's hand of intervention in changing the laws and sending someone to speak to the king. So we see again God's hand and God's care involved in politics. And we have to ask ourselves, if God cares about politics, shouldn't we also care about the things that God cares about? And what is our place and what is our role in this time period for which we were created?